Some people start a business out of raw passion, raw enthusiasm, but maybe they've never started a business before. Or maybe they are a technical person. In your career, you used to work in logistics. You've worked in logistics for 10 years. Now you started a logistics company. So technically, you are sound in logistics. You know the technical part of the business you started, but you may not know the business parts. You may not have the business skills. You have technical skills in logistics and all that, but you may not have the business skills. What are business skills? Marketing is a business skill. Financial management is a business skill. Negotiation is a business skill. Customer service is a business skill. All these things, hiring people, leading people, these are all business skills, right? So sometimes you find that somebody is a spectacular lawyer, very good doctor. So technically they are sound. But on the business side, pricing, for example, is a business skill. Knowing how to price. Cost management, cost control is a business skill. So you are very good on the technical side, but on the business side, you are quite lacking because there are things you don't have competency in. Which is why sometimes it helps that people have business partners or co-founders. And when you see this setup, sometimes it's clear that one person is a technical person, the other person is a business person. So that kind of balance helps. And then, of course, there's key relationships. There are some businesses where relationships are very important, particularly those kinds of industries where maybe you have very few suppliers. So if you don't get introduced to a supplier, you might not get in. Or the distribution chain is very tight. If you don't have the right relationships, you might not be able to penetrate the distribution side of the market, the distribution chain. So building important key relationships, sometimes it's with the bankers, right? So that you can access favorable working capital loans, overdrafts and things like that. There are some businesses where relationships are very, very key and they can help you because those relationships give you access to vital information. They give you access to vital resources. They give you access to markets, right? Key relationships. Another is relevant experience. Experience is always an asset when you are building a new business. If you've built a business before or you have any experience in a particular kind of business, it usually helps. So sometimes, essentially, how do you acquire these things? How do you acquire market knowledge? How do you acquire product knowledge? How do you acquire technical skills if you don't have technical skills? How do you acquire business skills if you don't have business skills? How do you acquire relationships, key relationships? How do you get experience? There are 3 ways. You can learn, which is one thing I found that works really well. I have a client who went into the retail business. He's never had any experience in retail, right? And the first thing he did was he had to go beg somebody and pay the person in another part of town. In fact, the person initially refused to this arrangement, but then this guy got a mutual friend to appeal on his behalf, and the guy agreed. So this guy learned under this person, more like an apprenticeship arrangement for almost a full year. And what was he doing during the apprenticeship? He was learning the different products in cosmetics, in retail, household items, all that. He was learning the market. Where do you buy these products from? Which markets do you buy from? How do you get good prices? How do you tell original from fake? That was what he was learning during the apprenticeship. And that's how we acquired the knowledge, skills, and experience to finally go into the business. Business now is almost 5-6 years old and is doing really well. And I can point, as far as I'm concerned, I can point to the cornerstone, to the pillar of the success he has experienced in business. I can point it back to sacrificing that 1 year to go and learn knowledge, skills, and get the experience and build the relationships. Because while he was there, that person introduced him to some of the key suppliers. These are suppliers that they don't have websites. There's really no way to get them except you have the important relationships. So learning is one way you can acquire these things. You can also acquire them by hiring people who have worked, who have experience, who have knowledge, who have skills that you lack. You can hire them as senior employees, senior managers, directors, business partner, co-founder, right? If you're interested in learning more about the topics I offer when it comes to starting, building, and growing a business, this is your opportunity to join my community. It's known as the BMG. I provide extensive courses on different topics and challenges that afflict business owners, from how to optimize your profits, how to manage costs, how to boost your sales, how to develop processes, how to scale your business. There's a whole lot that I can teach you. If you want to go deeper into my content, this is your chance. Go to the link on your screen right now, jointhebmg.com.